Hi, I'm Chip Russo. I'm the president of Truthset. Truthset's a measurement tool for the accuracy of data. We have a patented process. We collect data from the entire industry, and we turn around and provide them a service to measure the accuracy of their products. And then we create a derivative asset, which allows us to measure the accuracy of identity and demography. It's more like, what is the challenges with the industry, right? So the industry is grappling with a whole host of challenges. There are a lot of ad products, right? Different ad sizes, there's different audiences, and people work really hard to get the right creative in the right location, right? But with that, if you're talking to the wrong person entirely, meaning you don't have the right identity, then you're working downstream to solve a problem that is going to be flawed from the beginning. Yeah, so the solutions around identity really comes to collaboration. So we provide a tool that really supports anyone who's trying to design their own identity graph, right? So there's two people, right? You've got people that realize that identity is an existential problem, and there's those that don't. And it's really that simple. So the folks that understand and are investing in identity are all the major publishers, they're the major agencies, they're the major measurement businesses. They're all realizing how critical that first step is, right? How do we know who the people are that we're trying to reach, right? It's the whole point of our business, is to present opportunities to people, not to devices, not to screens, right? It's to actual people. And so that is at the heart of identity. To solve it or address it, you need your own identity graph. What we believe is we should eliminate the guessing and have everyone operating off of almost an open source level of identity, like understanding the accuracy of the linkages and everyone using the same standards so that we're all talking about the same people. We're not negotiating over, somebody's gender or somebody's location or income. Like, those should be table stakes, and those can be set when the identity is correct. I mean, for me, AI is really about a tool to utilize, right? So like us personally at Truthset, we've used AI since the very beginning, right? So we have massive data sets that we couldn't be successful without machine learning. And so I think of AI more as an asset to help drive efficiency. And I'm sure there'll be amazing creative companies down the road that will create, meaningful change with AI specifically. But right now I see it more as an enhancement to existing business, and sure, we'll discover new things that will be, for the betterment of the industry or for companies specifically or for, bottom line of a business. But I see it more as like a use case versus like a new company kind of thing. Underrated, probably identity. It's now finally getting to a place where people are realize the importance, and they're making the investments in those areas. I see them heading towards accuracy, right? So where a brand can understand the audience that they care most about and ensure that even their first party data is accurate. And when they create that audience, it should be able to go to a publisher that recognizes that is in fact the same audience, and when it's measured, you should be able to measure it on that same thing. And we should all have like this throughput of agreement of the basics of identity and demography. I think that advances measurement at a rate far faster than we ever could before. And I think technology has sort of pushed us in that direction, right? Like the way Nielsen has measured for years has been really good, right? Because linear is broad and it's different than what's available today. And I think today the technology has gotten so good that it almost outthinks the brands and the publishers and the measurement companies, right? Like it will optimize towards, fake pages or whatnot. It's creating error and like getting away from the people that we've always tried to reach. And I think as we invest in identity and we get measurement more equal and people talking about all the same things, then we'll know that we're measuring people and not devices. So Identity Plus is a new product that we've created to support anyone building an ID graph. It's to drive interoperability, it's to increase matches, but matches not for the sake of match rate, but truly for the sake of the underlying accuracy of those matches. So this is a tool that if you are trying to assemble your own identity graph, typically in today's market, you're finding 3 or 4 different providers, or at least 2 different providers, to help you establish anything you don't have in addition to your first-party data. And so what this tool does is it gives you the insight to understand the accuracy of each of those linkages. Because we don't believe there's like good and bad data. It's just it's a spectrum, and you're going to have specific use cases for really accurate data, and you'll have other use cases where you might want to go a little broader for scale or whatnot. And so Truthset Identity Plus allows you to build and establish the most perfect graph that you can create with accuracy and scale.